Before hockey, power in One Piece boiled down to what devil fruit you had. There are of course exceptions such as Zoro, Hawkeye, or Shanks, but undoubtedly, had any of them eaten the right devil fruit, they would be stronger. Such is the case with Sugar. She ate the right fruit. The fruit she ate was the Hobi no Mi. Sugar, Monet's little sister of the Don Quixote pirates, has the ability to turn anyone she touches into a simple toy. While seemingly unsuspecting fruit, it so happens to be the most powerful fruit in all of One Piece. Yes, that is correct. The ability held by Sugar is the most powerful, not Kaido, not Enel, not Luffy, Sugar. The power to turn someone she touches into a little toy is not what makes it such a dangerous fruit. It is her ability to erase all memories of a person that has turned into a toy with only a single touch, effectively making it as if that person never existed at all, as no one can remember them. Not to mention, she essentially has eternal youth. Upon eating her devil fruit, her aging process was halted at 10 years old, despite her in actuality being 22 years of age. And even though this is the most powerful fruit in all of One Piece, there are some limitations that I will go over in this video. The most obvious limitation is that when she passes out or faints, all the people she previously turned into toys stop being toys. When this happens, the community regains their memories of the people that were previously turned into toys. In the case of Doflamingo, this was devastating as his plans to become king were thwarted. However, in small use cases, this is a non-issue. For example, if Sugar were to get into a fight, she can easily just touch her opponents and be gone with them and leave the battlefield. In other words, in the event she passes out, the toys she created could be on a different island as the one she's currently on and therefore pose no threat. Aside from that main limitation, the rest of the limitations boil down to three main categories, being range, defense, and mobility. Starting with defense, the Hobi no Mi does not provide the eater with any additional abilities to defend themselves, other than of course simply touching their adversary to stop them existing. Because of this, if Sugar were to take on anyone with essentially any skilled attack, she's not standing much of a chance. The only opportunity she has to defend herself is if she can touch them. But if she were to get caught off guard, she doesn't really have any abilities to defend herself. For example, in her fight against Usopp, even though all that really happened was Usopp ate a really hot pepper and he made a scary face, that was enough to knock her out, which is kinda depressing. This brings me to the second major limitation of the Hobi no Mi, range. In similar fashion to defense, when on the offense, Sugar would have to get up close and personal to even think about using her fruit. This is perhaps the largest downside to her fruit. The inability to do anything to someone not within her arm's reach is a huge limitation, and quite frankly, the only thing holding Sugar back from becoming king of the pirates herself. For example, if she had the ability to turn someone into a toy within her eyesight, there's literally nothing stopping her from overtaking the entire world within perhaps a month. Honestly, it's so overpowered. And with that, here's the third and final major limitation of the Hobi no Mi, mobility. Unfortunately, whoever eats the Hobi no Mi is still just a regular pedestrian. Even the likes of Usain Bolt himself does not stand a chance trying to escape the likes of any other devil fruit eater with an additional mobility boost. For example, Luffy or Enel. If ever came the occasion where Sugar had to run from Luffy, she would not last more than 12.78 seconds before Luffy catches up to her. If she were to fight Enel, it's over before she can even think what's going on. And despite these limitations, the ability to erase someone from existence is extremely overpowered by itself. And while there may be some other fruits with specific use cases that excel at what they do, it is obvious that all around Sugar has the most overpowered fruit in all of One Piece. Even if someone may be faster or stronger, she can just touch them and move on. Just imagine if the world government had the ability of the Hobi no Mi. For example, if instead of executing Roger, they just erased him from existence, there would be no One Piece. There would be no One Piece. Nobody would be trying to find this treasure. The Great Pirate Era wouldn't happen. Nobody would know about the One Piece, and so nobody would go to the Grand Line in search of it. Sugar could take on literally the entire world by herself if she were to keep a low profile, which would be stupidly easy as she has the appearance of a 10-year-old girl. She could touch anyone who gets in her way and remain completely anonymous. And because she doesn't age, she could do this for years, decades even, and slowly amass her toy army and strike when the time is opportune. That is exactly why Doflamingo uses her as a core piece of his plan. He provides her with protection in the form of treble to prevent anyone from taking her head on, and he has the ultimate weapon to take over the world. Unfortunately for Doflamingo, God D. Usopp is simply built different, destroyed all those plans, because you know, Usopp, he's the GOAT. Let me know what you guys think of the Hobi no Mi or Sugar in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to snipe that like button just like Usopp, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.